Good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Well, it looks like the US and Iran, they ready to go to war. Well, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, Iraq says that 50,000 US soldiers, troops, they are in strike range. And this is after the United States sent bunker busters out to pretty much drone strike certain military bases out there in Iran because they believe that they have weapons of mass destruction, aka nukes. And it's getting real, y'all. It is getting real. I mean, prophetically, we got to look out for Iran. Now, some people believe that we're just hearing wars and rumors of wars. And the Bible does say in the last days we will hear wars and rumors of wars. But nonetheless, a lot of the rumors that we hear are simply because you have a lot of countries who are truly in agreement, but they're acting like they're not allies. And so when you hear Russia or you hear China and America and U.S. is at odds with Russia, or U.S. is at odds with Israel, or this place or that place, is all lies. Those are all rumors. Now, on the other hand, Iran, that's another scenario there because Iran is not in the league, the Justice League, so to speak. They're not in 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 union with American society. They are anti-American because of what America has done over the years for the last 100 years, right? We got to think about what they did to their leaders, such as Saddam Hussein or Muammar Gaddafi. The list goes on and on and on and on. I'm talking about world leaders that they sat down with and seem to be allies with, but they publicly killed them. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of bad blood, and then the Iranians, they can't be bought or sold. So they don't believe in diplomacy. And if it's war you want, it's war you're gonna get. And that's what we're seeing right now. Look, we got to go to the news, man. We got to go to the news to see what's going on, right? Let's go.
In the direction of a far more. Are the US and Iran readying for war? That's our top focus tonight on Gravitas. At the moment, things seem to be heading in the direction of a far more dangerous war in West Asia, one between America and Iran.
Always watch world news, y'all. Don't pay attention to the US news. You got to watch world news. Let's go.
You see, so far, they have fought via allies, but today those tensions have edged closer to the point of no return. After US President Donald Trump's explosive remarks, where he vowed bombing if Tehran refuses to accept a new nuclear deal, Iran has reportedly called for preemptive strike.
So here you have it. Trump said, look, if y'all don't get down to lay down to ensure us that y'all don't have nuclear weaponry, we're going to be bombing y'all. And we're going to be doing so much bombing, it's going to really be devastating what it's going to do. And dude is like, all right, we setting up the preemptive strikes then. If it's war you want, war is what you get. So, I mean, this is serious right now because I don't think the Iranians are playing. I've said this some time ago. Like, when I would cover any war news, anytime I brung up Iran, I was like, now when it come to Iran, they're going to go to war. And I don't think it's a war Americans will win, to be honest with you. I know people don't want to hear me say that. The reason I say that, hear me out for a second. Iranians don't care. Iranians don't care. I mean, they don't care. They will strap bombs to themselves. And that's a whole nother level of war right there when they believe they're going to get a better place in paradise, you know what I'm saying, for deleting themselves, long as they can take out as many casualties as they can. That's a war you don't want to fight. They on a different level with it. This is the reason why, the European nations couldn't beat Genghis Khan for these reasons here. This is the reason why there's been a war in Iraq for all these decades, and they still didn't win the war. America still didn't win the war. Why? Because you can't beat what you can't control, bro. Telling you. Now let's go.
On a remote US military base in the Indian Ocean, the Diego Garcia military base. You heard that right. According to the British Daily, The Telegraph, Iranian military commanders are facing calls for preemptive strike on the Chagos Island base before US President Donald Trump uses it to attack the Islamic Republic.
So since these 50,000 soldiers are already positioned in the strike zone, Iran urged to strike Diego Garcia base immediately. So listen, if this happens, they're at war. See, I watched this story very closely. I waited, I sat back, I didn't say anything. People were asking me about this. And are they on the verge of war? Yes, this is warfare right here. They're on the verge of actual war. Now, what does this mean for the United States citizens? I know y'all want to know. I know y'all want to know. I could tell you this right now. All of the inflation is going to continue to skyrocket. Because in war, there's austerity measures and there's more rations that got to be made. There's different ways they go about transporting provisions. So I said this when Trump first got into office. Some of y'all may have remembered it. Some of y'all may be new to the platform right now, but in case you don't know, I said that, listen, when Trump get into office, don't be surprised if we go to war. I said it. I said it several times. Don't be surprised if we go immediately into war. Limited Tag says, I remember that. Exactly. People thought I was just saying things. No. Because y'all got to understand, they got to continually destroy the nation. In order to do that, you need more fighting. You need more war. Let's go.
What's the trigger, you ask? America's deployment of B-2 Spirit jets there, aptly called ghosts in the sky. The B-2 bombers basically are capable of slipping past even the most advanced air defenses. And according to the latest satellite imagery, at least 3 B-2 Spirit jets arrived at the strategic outpost last week. Remember, the Diego Garcia base serves as a key launchpad for US-UK operations, especially in West Asia. The Telegraph cites pro-Iranian voices saying that the island should have been targeted long before America deployed bombers there.
So now Americans are in the red zone because, listen, you crossing their territory, that island is positioned in such a way where Americans, the U.S. military troops have an angle or a vantage point to be able to attack Iran. So they like, look, we finna take preemptive measures. We not bowing down. We not laying down. We finna take preemptive measures. And if y'all don't basically get these troops out of there, we bombing. We bombing. Yep, I'm telling you, man, look, I know the Bible says wars and rumors of wars, but let's be very clear about this. This is real. This is happening right now. Now, all of the other countries, I don't be believing it. But this, with Iran and America, this is real.
As per the British Daily, the base supports B-1 Lancer, B-2 Spirit, the B-52 Stratofortress bombers. Additionally, at least 4,000 military personnel and contractors, the majority of whom are American, are also reportedly housed at the base there. According to Iranian state media,
Now, somebody in the chat says, Bree, we remember you were for Trump over Kamala. Do you think Trump isn't right for your country? Yes, I did want Trump over Kamala. But the only thing that's right for the country is judgment. At this point in time, the only thing that's right for America, It's judgment. Nobody has a comprehensive plan for our people. So I can care less what happens to America. They out here still doing evil. Eggs are still, what I'm saying, 37.99 a damn carton, and people claiming that the tariffs are working. How the tariffs work? I mean, do we not have eyeballs, people? Is y'all's rent still going up every month? Is groceries still extremely high? How long, if it's working, how is the American citizen seeing it work? Somebody show me where, show me where inflation went down. Let's go.
Two-spirit bomber would likely use Diego Garcia as a launching point for any potential attack on Iran's vast underground facilities. Remember, that's where Iran stores all its advanced missiles and rockets in highly fortified.
Does 2 bags of groceries still cost $200? Yes. Somebody said eggs and gas are down a small percentage. So you telling me when Trump like eggs are lower than it's ever been, you telling me that that's true? That's what you're saying. See, y'all don't understand the games that the politics play with the people. They'll raise something to an astronomical level, take it down 30 cent, 40 cent, and you think that you didn't get swindled. Things will never go back to being the same. Anyway, let's go.
Underground facilities. Take a look. But you see, experts say that unlike other conventional weapons, the American B-2 bombers are capable of striking underground compounds.
And see, that's what they're trying to do right now. These B-2 bombers are trying to strike the underground compounds. Listen, it's nothing new under the sun. We remember with George Bush, they were looking for weapons of mass destruction. And see, the way Iran is thinking is they don't want to sign on anything. They want to stay inclusive because they want to be able to compete on a world stage when it comes to warfare once World War III gets here. And they're not trying to let America in their business. Because, listen, if I have a firearm and you have a firearm, we're even. You understand? If you're using your fist and I'm using my fist in the fight, we're even. But Iran is the wild card. So America's like, we don't want them to be able to have an even playing ground on the world stage when it comes to war, right? So what they're doing right now, because they don't trust Iran, is they're sending these drones that can bomb their bunkers. Now, that's war, ladies and gentlemen. And the Iranian president is saying it will be retaliation. Will war strike America? Yes. America's evil, bro. I already told y'all that. Is this going to be the war that do it? Perhaps. But America's the only country that bombed somebody using nuclear warfare, in Hiroshima, Nagasaki. And y'all thinking that there's no retaliation for that? You thinking no judgment comes from using a nuke on somebody, and y'all wonder why the president is saying that the biggest threat right now is nuclear warfare? Do y'all think you think he's frantic about that for no reason? No, he wants to rule as long as he can as president. But he knows that the threat of something happening is very real because of what America has done. Let's go. I know people are praying for America, but I'm not. Whatever happens, happens. Some would say, well, New Breed, wouldn't that affect you? No, because the Most High is not going to let nothing happen until he secure his chosen people. So we're not worried about nothing. We sitting back eating our popcorn, watching the show. Let's go.
In fact, that is B-2 Spirit Jet's unique feature. So in case a war with Iran does break out, America could potentially use the B-2 bombers to target Iran's underground missile cities. And with these now stationed in Diego Garcia, Iran sees a direct threat.
Yeah, Iran is a direct threat, and it's finna go down. For the person that said this is an echo chamber, I don't know who started the echo chamber. You tell me. Yeah, somebody said it. The extremists are preparing for war because y'all gotta understand, in times of war, things change. In times of war, people get desperate out here. In times of war, people would desire to go into one city from the next but can't. In times of war, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be identified everywhere you go. People trying to figure out who you are. In times of war, the Patriot Act is activated and martial law is implemented. Things will change here. So people thinking that war is just, oh, we're going to gain more resources. Not this one. This one would be different if it goes down. Let's go.
Because that's not all. Satellite images also show at least 3 C-17 cargo planes and 10 aerial
That's right. They do have sleepers right here in America.
Refueling tankers at the Diego Garcia base, and these seem to have arrived here recently. And we've told you last week about the latest deployments. And then there is also the matter of the base itself. The highly strategic base has been used as a staging point for US strikes in West Asia on multiple occasions in the past. Iran is provoked.
Iran is provoked. Here we have the Diego Garcia US and UK military base. And I've also seen in the news that Israel is speaking up. And you already know the relationship between Iran and Israel. And for whatever reason, America always finds the need to step up and do the bidding of Israel, right? I'm talking about the land of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They always feel like they got to step up and do the bidding.
But Tehran is also not buckling under American pressure.
Iran is not buckling under American pressure. Why? Because they know something we don't know. Listen, Americans believe everybody is terrified of them. Look, America ain't the same no more. There's other countries out here who don't respect America. I remember when Saddam Hussein got on the world stage and was saying, look, y'all haven't even paid y'all's people who were servants. Y'all haven't even paid y'all people who were slaves, y'all. There's actual footage of Saddam Hussein calling out the red people, the Idumeans, the Khazarians who converted into a certain religious practice. And now those very same people rule the world and the whole banking system. Yeah, the Iranians, they be calling them people out on the world stage. They're ready. I said it for years. I said, no, the only people we got to worry about is Iran. I've been saying this for years, man. All you got to do is go back and look at my content. Every other time there's rumors of wars, I don't even really discuss it like that because I know all those people are in on it together. They all came together in confederacy to go against the children of the light. I know that. Russians, Americans, Israel, they all the same people. The UK, Canada, all the same people. But the Iranians, they're a wild card. They're a wild card. And I'm not saying they for us, but I'm saying that they are for themselves.
An advisor to Iran's supreme leader has issued Iran's most alarming threat yet. If attacked, Iran will have no choice but to develop nuclear weapons.
If attacked, Iran has no choice but to develop nuclear weapons. Listen, that's how he worded it, but they already got nuclear weapons, bro. He's just not trying to admit it because then they have the reason to go ahead and use those bombers, those bunker blasters. So he's saying, look, if y'all do anything, we will make them. No, they got them. So if America does anything, they're going to be blasting.
And these comments also come after Khamenei himself promised to hit back if Donald Trump carried out his threat to bomb Iran, if it did not make a deal to curb its nuclear program.
The enmity from the US and Israel has always been there. They threaten to attack us, which we don't think is very probable, but if they commit any mischief, they will surely receive a strong reciprocal blow.
Yeah. I mean, do y'all want to see a war? Do y'all think Trump should back off and leave it alone? Yeah, the draft is definitely coming. Because people don't want to be military soldiers for the U.S. right now. They don't want to do it. The draft is coming, though.
And Iran also sends its message to the UN Security Council in a letter by its UN ambassador. Tehran has condemned what it described as warmongering provocations by America. And adding to the volatility, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, also making its position clear. Brigadier General Amir Ali Hajizadeh has warned that the U.S. is sitting in a glass house. The Iranian general, in fact, has warned that American forces are dangerously exposed, saying that 10 American bases and 50,000 American troops in the region are within Iran's reach.
Yo, they said America's in a glass house. He said they shouldn't throw no stones because we got y'all bases at reach. Iran is saying, look, stop playing with us. If y'all bomb us, we feel it's unnecessary and we are prepared to strike. That's what's happening right now.
Meanwhile, Ali Larijani, a top Iranian politician, has raised a rather important issue. Threats aside, could Iran actually build a nuclear weapon under a nuclear fatwa? Larijani says Iran could rethink it if the United States or Israel attacks Iran. And as far as Tehran is concerned, the ball really is in America's court.
Man, I'm going to tell you this right now. If they actually start the war, it's going to be like Purge out in America. First and foremost, people are not ready for that military draft that's coming. They're not ready. And I'm going to tell you this right now. They're going to be drafting men and women. Make no mistake about it. The laws to the draft have changed. Somebody said, do you think they will start a draft? Yes, they absolutely will. And it will be men and women drafted. Yeah, because you know what? America's been fighting for equal rights. So here you have it.
So suffice to say, tensions between Iran and the US are at an all-time high, and they have escalated since Trump has returned to the White House. Since taking office in January, Trump has reinstated what has been described as a maximum pressure policy. During his first term, that meant US withdrawing from the landmark agreement on Iran's nuclear program and reimposing sanctions on Tehran. In his second term, it is edging towards an all-out war, it seems.
It's going to be an all-out war between the US and Iran. Get your popcorn, get it ready. Matter of fact, let's see what Donald Trump got to say about all of this. We've heard what Iranian president had to say. Now let's see what our president is talking about. And I want to ask y'all, the general public, do the ends justify the means? Does the ends justify the means, bro? And then they talking about hitting other countries with tariffs. I don't know what y'all talking about as if the tariffs are working, to be honest with y'all, because everything's still expensive as hell. I don't know. But anyway, let's look. Let's go. Let's talk more about what's going on with this war. Let's get to it. Trump's speech live. He's actually live.
Budget, so I don't want to promise it, because if I do and we come about $10 short, fake news media back there would say,
yo, is this real?
News. He did not make it. He did not make it.
Hold on.
But we'll get it done very soon. It might not be this year, but it could be this year. Actually, we have a chance at getting it even this year.
It says Trump declares war. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me make sure this is true. Because once a president declares war on either side, it's war. Let's see. Trump declares war on Iran. I'm putting that in the search engine. Oh, man. Iran news. No, I think that is just the headlines that people are using. But no. Now let's hear what Trump says, his warning to Iran.
So President Trump sending a message to Iran on Truth Social saying Iran must stop the sending of these supplies immediately. Let the Houthis fight it out for themselves. They will be completely annihilated. The warning comes ahead.
They will be completely annihilated. Yeah, it is close. It is close by. That is clickbait saying that he declared war, but they are posturing themselves for war. That's a fact.
Of a White House meeting with Israel over Iran's nuclear program early next week. Fox News senior strategic analyst, retired four-star General Jack Keane. Remember, the president sent a letter to the Grand Ayatollah, said you have 2 months to comply or else all bets are off. Where do you think Iran, how do you think Iran is digesting these messages from the Trump administration?
Well, certainly, I think based on the evidence that, the first administration that they dealt with, they know they're serious. That's number one. Listen, Iran is so much back on their heels, never have been in this place in 44 years. I mean, they're completely defenseless at home in terms of an attack by Israel, with the United States cooperating. They know that. They've lost their strategic platform in Syria.
I don't think they care, though. See, we're hearing this from the United States perspective right now. I don't think Iran cares. And see, this gets all the American citizens to rally behind war. This is what they do. They make it seem as if, look, they're going to get obliterated. Hey, America's untouchable. It's going to go down. Hey, them people don't stand a chance. Listen, if that's the case, if they don't stand a chance, why are they over there trying to bomb their bunkers in the first place? Why? They're trying to convince y'all. And you know why? Because if they can convince you, that means you agree with the war. That means you agree with it. We don't agree with war. We don't want y'all to go to war. We want y'all to focus on our country.
And their proxies, except for the Houthis, have been decimated. And now the Houthis, are on the path to destruction as well. The one thing they have left that they're really holding on to and want to hold on to is their nuclear enterprise development. They know if they acquire a nuclear weapon, it guarantees the preservation of the regime in their minds. And that's why they've always wanted this weapon to begin with. So I think they're going to do everything they can to delay the inevitable, which was likely we're on a path to Israel-led U.S.-supported strike to take down their nuclear enterprise as much as possible.
Do we do
coercive diplomacy first? That's what the president is doing. And then a follow-on military operation if they don't comply.
Immediately they said, how dare you give us an ultimatum? And now they said we are writing a letter back to Trump after his initial letter. How significant was last weekend's hit on the Houthis? We've heard Israel hit them. We've hit them before. Was anything different about last week?
Well, I think...
That's right. Iran is a part of BRICS. That's right. See, this is the issue right here. There are certain countries that are not just bowing to the democracy. They're not bowing down to the regime. That's what's happening right now. Countries are trying to deviate from American society. And, really America believes that they can win this battle. I don't know about this, y'all. This will usher in a lot of chaos.
What has really happened is the scale and magnitude. I mean, there's been like 89, 90 plus sorties run against the Houthis. We've never done anything like that, since they began attacking shipping in the Red Sea on October the 19th. So this is the most consequential attack for sure. We're challenged because the Houthis have been under air campaign from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the UAE for almost 7 years. And a lot of what they do is underground. They proved that they could sustain significant attacks against them during those 7 years.
That's right. I mean, y'all got to understand, America was stationed in Iran for a long time. And they were trying to hit these bunkers. They were trying to take these people out for years, even under Bush administration. But guess what? They can't. They can't, man. Them Iranians is wild, bro. When it come to war, this is what they do. This is what they do. And it's not just a surefire win. If the draft happens, a lot of people who get sent over there will see active duty. I'm talking about bombs. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about missiles. I'm talking about all of it. Landmines, all of it. You're going to have to deal with all of that. It's going to be a real war over there if this actually happens. And we're very close to it happening. If they actually start bombing their underground bunkers, it's going down. We hoping, this is what we hoping, that they have a sit down, come to the table and figure something out. But it seems like it's strong leadership on both sides and ain't nobody compromising. They're not going to give up their resources to make nuclear warheads, and America's not going to back down. So that's what you're looking at right now.
We don't have anybody on the ground, so the targets are challenging. That is why the president's warning to Iran is so significant. He's telling you, I'm going to hold you accountable if you continue to support these Houthis. And the CENTCOM commander, the same one that recommended to Biden over 100 targets inside of Iran, military targets only, to shut down support for the Houthis and the other proxies, the Biden administration rejected it. Certainly the Trump administration has those targets, and they have a commander that's willing to obviously shoot them, and the Secretary of Defense that feels the same way about it. So he's got that quiver ready to use, that arrow in his quiver ready to use. And coercive diplomacy being used here as well. Get Iran's attention, get them to stop. If they don't do it, we're going to have to force them.
Yo, if you really think you're going to get Iran's attention by bombing their bunkers, bro, the president over there already told you, if you bomb them, they're going to retaliate. These people are not playing. It's going to be a war. And Trump says, well, if it's going to be a war, y'all going to get annihilated. Listen, in war, there's going to be casualties. Y'all got to understand, that's our friends and family. That's our loved ones who are going to have to go out there, who are going to have to be deployed. It's like, look, let me say this, man. There is not one actual European civilization. How could you be considered a civilization when you're in constant war? There has never been a time where America hasn't had some conflict. This is not, the European nations have never been civilized, bro. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Never. Because it's constant war. That's not civilization. There's never been peace in the European nations, ever. And they believe that they're going to get peace out of bombing somebody, bro. That's the mentality right there. Nah, bro. It's not going to work.
Another round of talks, Russia and Saudi Arabia with the U.S. after last week's phone call. Right now, they said, okay, we won't hit each other's energy. You just mentioned to me before, they still hit energy, and they just had a huge drone attack in Odessa last night. What do you expect to happen? If you're the U.S., what do you tell Russia to do next, or what do you try to get out of them next?
Well, first of all, let's admit that we do have a defined peace process taking place. I mean, there's talks with the Russians and...
That's right. Russia and America are at peace. They have a peace treaty. They are allies. People, don't get distracted thinking Russia and America are going to go to war. This ain't Rocky Balboa. You know, when they was putting that propaganda out there in the media, the Rocky movies was American propaganda, making it seem as if Russia and America are enemies. Really, they allies, right? It's all to distract you from who their real enemies are. Iran is one of their real enemies, right? This could really be some nasty work out here. Let's go.
And the negotiating team next week, there'll be talks.
Yeah, this ain't Rocky Balboa versus Drago. I must break him.
Ukrainians and negotiating team, separate rooms to be sure, both sides putting their terms and conditions on the table, and the negotiating teams will try to resolve those differences. That is a peace process. But I think there's also genuine skepticism on the part of the United States how serious is Russia? I mean, they talk nice to the president, certainly, but they play hard in these negotiations, whether they're willing to compromise or not. I think by the end of this week, we'll have a pretty good feel if Russia is willing to move the ball, one, to a ceasefire, maybe the next step.
Look, we got to talk about Iran and the U.S. We're going to keep it on that because the war is underway. Preparations underway to strike Iran. You know, we may be hearing about the strike happening tonight, or at least this week. Yep. Let me see here. Let me see. Somebody says, I guess you guys don't know America's army is #1 in the world. I disagree. I disagree. It depends how you're looking at it. See, that's the American mentality. Nobody can harm us. We're the best. That's the American mentality right there. Have you seen how dumb Americans have become? The reason they're going to have to draft people because people can't even pass the ASVABs to even join the military. Do you know how many sweet, delicate, effeminate men are in the military these days? Have you seen what the U.S. military is these days? Have you seen what China be doing? Have you seen what the Russia's been doing? Do you see the type of people that's in the military right now? It ain't the same military as it used to be. Anyway, let's go. All right, so this just got text. Let's go to the other news source. And the reason I like to watch world news is because it gives you it gives you different perspectives from different countries, how they view it. And you can tell a lot by that. Oh, snap. It's on. Just some hours ago, it says U.S. unleashed airstrikes on the Houthis, rebels in Yemen. So I guess it started. Yep, I'm not going to show y'all this because it's graphic. Just some hours ago.
Right. We have to be for the past. Did you express your concerns to the president?
Yeah. They sending them strikes out already, man.
And that you were opposed to the Houthi strike. And also, what did you mean?
So he said the military is claiming they was opposed to the Houthi strike. The Houthis already been struck. They've been struck already, hours ago.
When you asked, or when you said in that thread that the president wasn't aware that his directions for Yemen were inconsistent with his message on Europe.
Well, I didn't quite say that. I think that's a slight misunderstanding of what I said, but we've talked, of course, in the American media about Signalgate, as I called it, for the past week. And here's what I told the president and the entire national security team is that, yes, it is in the interest of the United States of America to preserve navigation. Yes, it is in the interest of the United States to kill terrorists who are preventing navigation in the Red Sea. But we got to make sure that we do it right. We have to be careful. We have to make sure the timing is right. And of course, what that leak revealed, I think, is a private communication between the president's senior national security.
Yo, they didn't send them strikes. And you can't show war. You can't show them like dropping missiles and all of that. That's against guidelines, so I won't show that. But this is going to hit X. This is going to hit all the outlets. Watch. Somebody said it's live now. Watch. This is going to hit all the outlets immediately. Like, this is it. I knew we was on the cusp of this, but it's about, bro. People think this stuff is a game, bro. They really do. They really think it's a game. Wow. It's showing us. It's showing the strikes. It's showing the strikes. It has the camera, the footage. Yeah, they hit Yemen. Houthis, they unleash airstrikes on Houthis, rebels in Yemen. Wow. Wow. Man, I said it. I said, man, this current administration, don't be surprised if we go to war. And this is what I did not want. I didn't want to go to war. I didn't want us to go to war with Iran, bro. Yeah, man, this is not good. This is not good. There's going to be some changes now. And some people are not really prepared for these changes. Yep, Trump got in office and brought us right to war. And even some of the military don't think it was the right call. At least the media tried to spin it that way. But they thinking that wasn't the right call. Let's go. That right there is the aftermath of one of the strikes. And as you can see, this strike was done within a community. Like, people live around. You can hear the cars. You know it had to be a good amount of casualties. It looks like it's in a highly concentrated area. They over there bombing Iran. America's bombing Iran. Well, not bombing, but they're striking them. They're striking Iran. Like, let me show you what kind of area this strike was done. Look. This is like considered a city. Imagine if they hit one of our cities. Imagine if one of our cities get hit with a strike like that. It's not good.
I can tell you the result is unbelievable because the Houthis are looking to do something. They want to know, how do we stop? Can we have peace? The Houthis want peace because they're getting the hell knocked out of them.
Wow. He said the Houthis want peace because they're getting the hell knocked out of them.
It's been very, very strong. The Houthis are dying for peace. They don't want this. The Houthis have been horrible to the world. What they've done, killed a lot of people. They knocked down a lot of ships and planes and anything else. It's not just the ships. And they have been hit. They have been hit harder than they've ever been hit. And they want us to stop so bad.
And to make it clear, yes, they hit Yemen. But Yemen, the Houthis and Iran are pretty much allies. And what's being said is they're being hit because, that they have some type of some weaponry. So let me make it clear. They hit Yemen, and Iran will respond to that.
Badly, and they've got to stop. They've got to say no mas. But I can only say that the attacks. It's attacks every day.
Yeah, everybody get the likes up, man. Let's get the viewership to over 1,000. All you got to do is like the video. This is a vertical stream, so you have to double tap it to like it.
It's not just the one. You're talking about one. The attacks have been very successful.
Aaron said it. He says so only America and Israel can have nukes. Pretty much. Pretty much. They don't want people to have equal playing grounds on the world stage when it comes to warfare.
Even beyond our wildest expectations, we've hit them very hard, very successfully.
Mr. Brad says saying it was Iran is misinformation. Listen, I stand corrected. They hit Yemen. That's why I repeat it. They hit Yemen. But Iran will respond. Why? Because this was their ally. Just like if Iran was to hit Israel, then America's going to respond. But it's pretty much one and the same because these guys are working together to get the weaponry. So Yemen is equivalent to attacking Iran. So I stand corrected on that. I cleared that up. Let's go. And somebody said America did strike Iran? Question mark. Well, I guess we gotta look up and see. I mean, this is developing so quick, we never know. It could happen in hours, days. Man, it looks bad out there, bro. It looks bad.
بعون الله تعالى نجحت دفاعاتنا الجوية في إسقاط طائرة أمريكية معادية النوع.
Yo, telling you. It says, hold on, let me read this. It says, our air defenses succeeded in shooting down an American MQ-9 enemy drone. Wow. So it's back and forth now, yo. It is going back and forth. That's right, Broken Matrix, what's going on? He says, I'm late, but America is bullies. They start fights over profit, propaganda, and lies. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm telling you, it's let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something. Because people think it's a game, man. The empire is really out to conquer, man. I want y'all to look at this. This is the Tesla sign upside down. Now, before I even push play, what do y'all see? Look at the Tesla sign upside down. What do y'all see? Tell me in the chat what y'all see. Man, y'all get it. Y'all see Kanye's costume, don't you? When he did the Hail Hitler sign, you see it, it's a Klan suit. This is the Tesla sign, bruh. Like, do y'all know that soon as they got in office, it was on? This is I don't care how you see it. This is about white supremacy. And this is why, look, bro, this is why you cannot get caught up in politics thinking that Trump gonna save the day. Y'all, all this is about is white supremacy. That's it. That's what it's always been about. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video.
This is the Tesla logo upside down. I saw this on my FYP and I'm still shocked, like I'm shaking. I've never seen a post that made me jump up out my seat like, whoa. Like I thought it was another Mandela effect or something like that.
No, these people are coming with new symbols and signs.
But no, this
Yo, they listen, their coded messages are always there.
This is legit. Literally take a picture of the Tesla logo from Google, turn it upside down, rotate it 360. What does that look like to you? Wrong answers only, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Broken Matrix, they playing in our faces. They trying to tell you what they about. I'm telling you. These people are wild, man.
يومين وذلك أثناء قيامها بمهام عدائية في أجواء محافظة مأرب وذلك بصاروخ مناسب محلي الصنع.
And look, I want y'all to know, all today is updates. Every hour on the hour, there's updates. Just now, the Sun, according to the Sun, and that's a reputable news source, U.S. and Israel planning huge Iran blitz to destroy nuke strength. Well, we already knew that, but I mean, now Israel is in on it too. I mean, this is a developing story. Hold on, let's go.
Most games have two parts. First is your main mission, and the second is your side quests. President Donald Trump already has a lot of main missions, like his liberation tariffs and his peace pursuit in Ukraine. We've talked a lot about his main mission, so tonight we are talking about his side quest, and that is a nuclear deal with Iran. Remember, Trump himself walked out of that deal in 2018, but now he wants to sign a new one, presumably a better one. But he's not asking Iran to begin talks, he's threatening them.
Yep. He's not asking Iran to negotiate. He's saying, look, if y'all don't sign on a dotted line, then we're going to bomb you. That's bullying. That's not how you conduct business with world leaders. He's saying, look, you're going to sign this paper or we're going to bomb you. Now, if they were planning some T attack and had these nuclear warheads, look, ladies and gentlemen, they would have done it under the Biden administration. If they were going to actually do that, they would have done it under the Biden administration while the country was destabilized the most. So y'all got to understand, the eagle, the American eagle, is vicious. And then, yeah, they went out here and boomed Yemen. Telling you, man, I listen, as an American citizen, I don't agree with these actions. I don't agree. I think that this shouldn't escalate anymore because I think it will be potentially catastrophic for America.
Let me quote what he said last week. If they don't make a deal, there will be bombing.
If they don't make a deal, there will be bombing. That's not negotiation. It's like you don't even see them as world leaders. It's like Trump see them as savages.
It will be bombing, the likes of which they have never seen before.
And for the record, I'm not anti-American. I want what's best for people here. So the reason why I cover this stuff is because I'm actually coming in the vein of protecting America. So, you know, some people would say, yo, New Breed, that boy anti-American. You know, he want to see America fall. Listen, let me tell you like this. It's inevitable that America will fall, but I'm not really looking to promote war. I want this to cease.
So Trump is threatening to bomb Iran. And it's not just empty talk. The US has moved B-2 bomber planes to Diego Garcia. Take a look at these satellite pictures. You can see at least 6 B-2 bombers. These can carry the heaviest American bombs and nukes. Weapons that can strike targets.
Yo, them Jones got bombs and nukes? Man, I'm not lying. America is dangerous, though. Sheesh. Yo, these little planes right here, they look like drones, and they're pretty much, you can't really see them in airspace because of the material it's made out of. and these joints can drop nukes, shorty, America is dangerous. They are dangerous. And it seems like ever since Elon Musk and Trump got in their office, it seems like they got more technology. It seems like they done tapped in with the Anunnakis and the fallen angel technology, and they finna use it. And it's almost like they can't wait to use this stuff.
Targets deep underground, targets like Iranian nuclear sites. And now look at the location. Diego Garcia is a joint US-UK base in the Indian Ocean. It's around 3,900 kilometers from Iran. Trump is also moving warships to this region. One aircraft carrier is already in West Asia. That's the USS Harry S. Truman. Now, Trump is sending a second carrier, the USS Carl Vinson. That's a lot of air and maritime power near Iran. So clearly, Donald Trump is sending a message. Come to the talking table or prepare for the worst. And how is Iran responding? Their supreme leader gave a speech on Monday. He vowed to hit back in kind.
Yo, he said, if y'all strike me, we striking y'all. It's like they not scared of America, bro. They ready to die for Allah. They like, you not finna bully us. We don't care about none of that you talking about. If you bomb us, if you send anything over here, we clapping back.
The enmity from the U.S. and Israel has always been there. They threaten to attack us, which we don't think is very probable.
They threaten to attack us. We don't think that's probable.
But if they commit any mischief, they will surely receive a strong reciprocal blow.
Does that mean no talks? Well, not necessarily. Iran's president says he is ready for indirect talks, but he will not engage directly with the United States. He wants a middleman. And who will that be? Russia is keen to play that role, to mediate between Iran and the US, but Moscow is not a fan of Trump's threats. They say targeting Iran's nuclear sites would be catastrophic, not to mention counterproductive. Iran is already in a vulnerable state. Its economy is struggling. Its allies.
So he's saying, look, so this is how he responded. That was kind of like some G stuff. I ain't gonna lie. That's how a G would do it. Look, first of all, I like how he dealt with that. I do, because it's like, all right. First of all, we not finna sit up there and table and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna sign nothing. And if you strike us, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be retaliation. But I am willing to negotiate because he's thinking about his people and the welfare of his people. I am willing to negotiate, but I ain't talking to that person who just threatened me. I'm not talking to that person who just threatened, like literally just threatened me. Because that's not the way you do business. That's real how he handled it, bro. I'm just saying. That's how a man would handle that. Look, I'm not finna have no conversation with him. And I deal with a middleman. Well, how about Israel? No, I don't want nothing to do with Netanyahu. Give me Russia. Let me talk to the Russian president who at least put the Black Madonna out and Black Jesus out. Let me at least talk to them. But I'm not finna sit down with Netanyahu. I'm not finna sit down with Trump. Nah, y'all gonna send a middleman. I like that. I like that.
In Syria has been toppled. Its proxies in Gaza, Yemen, and Lebanon have been weakened. So how do you think they would respond to a direct attack? By lashing out. A top Iranian official made that clear. He said, if you attack us, we will build a nuclear bomb.
If you attack us, we will build a nuclear bomb.
We have said that there is a fatwa.
And they ain't gonna just build it, they're gonna use it.
We are working under the supervision of the IAEA and we won't move toward a nuclear weapon. But if you make a mistake regarding Iran's nuclear issue, you'll force Iran to take that path because it has to defend itself.
How close is Iran to making a bomb? They could produce weapons-grade uranium in 2 weeks. After that, it's just a matter of months. So Iran is very...
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, man, it's always about resources. They want that damn uranium. America want that uranium. That's what it is. They want that damn uranium because they know Iran got a lot of it. They might not have all the know-how how to create the weaponry without some time going by. America wanted. They want them resources.
Close to making a nuclear bomb, which is why Donald Trump is suddenly keen on a deal. Iran too is open to restarting talks, but they have certain concerns. For starters, Iran wants the US to lift sanctions. Only then will they engage in direct talks. Secondly, there is a trust deficit. Iran went through all of this with Barack Obama. When he was president, Iran signed a nuclear deal.
He said, look, they went through all this with Barack Obama. When he was president, they signed a nuclear deal. But what happened?
And they kept their end of the agreement.
But they kept their end of the agreement.
America that walked out.
But it was America that walked out. They stay betraying people, bro. Under Barack Obama, listen, he did a lot of dirt. Don't let him fool you. Barack Obama did the same thing to Muammar Gaddafi. Same thing. Shook his hand, said, look, we allies, everything is sweet. And then weeks later, he set that man up for the kill, bro. Barack Obama, one of them people that smile in your face. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Shake your hand and everything. Had you thinking he cool, and then he had you set up. Telling you. Here we go with the nonsense. Here they go. Here they go playing with my phone again. Hold on. Here they go with the nonsense. Too much truth. I guess it's too much truth. I don't know what happened, bro. It just, the screen froze. It stayed there. It wouldn't do anything. I couldn't stop it. It couldn't do anything. So I don't know. I mean, this is a brand new phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take this in and see what's going on with this phone, bro. I don't know what this is, but this is a new Galaxy S25. And every time I'm streaming, it does some weird stuff, bro. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this, man. I want to talk a little bit about this war that's pending. And I think I got a lot of information out there. Yeah, I think I got a lot of information out there. I don't know. It's not a network problem. I got top-notch internet, top-notch everything. I get all the necessary things to give you quality content, y'all. What it really is I believe it to be some form of cyber stalking, some form of cyber intelligence that targets these platforms and targets these devices. That's what I believe it is, because I bring a lot of truth on this channel. I mean, it's a lot coming out. So nonetheless, what makes this information so powerful is that we do this thing in a way where everybody can comprehend and everybody can understand, right? We don't play games. But nonetheless, man, I got more material coming. Somebody said YouTube is soft for that. I don't know if it's YouTube, or I don't know if I got some hacking going on. I don't know. I don't know if my platform is targeted. I don't know. But this stuff happens, bro. It's a lot of truth suppression that goes on this channel. And it gets extremely frustrating sometimes. Y'all be seeing me. Y'all be seeing me in community posts. I just wait till it again, because it will. Once they see that people are so interested that they come to watch, then, you know, they're going to shut it down again. But what I get from this, if y'all see when I post on my community section, as soon as I post a video, it says I posted it 3 days ago, 2 days ago. And that's a clear indicator that there's some kind of shadow ban going on. That's why I'm always saying, y'all, get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. So y'all have to like the videos. Some of y'all are new over here because we in the shorts feed, we in a vertical stream. If you new to the platform, you have to check me every day. If you want that global truth of what's really going on from a political, religious, or even a social standpoint, you're going to have to literally check my channel every day to see if I went live in order to see my material. They're not going to give you a notification. You're not going to see when I'm live. I've been around on this platform for quite some time, and I've been dropping so many truth bombs over the years. It's like they're trying to stop it, right? So I go against the grain consistently. So, it is what it is, man. Somebody said they've been subscribed since I had 10,000 subscribers. So, I've been around for a while, and it seems like these platforms don't reward OGs in the space. They don't reward people who've actually done the work to build a large following. It seems that they don't reward the hard work. But it is what it is, man. The Most High got it. It's in His hands, but I do need y'all's help sharing the material. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast. And I want to thank y'all for showing up. More material coming. With that being said, shalom, peace.